Welcome to another edition of the Loudermilk Homestead how-to videos. Today we're going to talk about fuel, mainly diesel fuel. We will touch on some of the other fuels, but mainly diesel today and how I fill up the tractor. I tried to make it as simple as possible. This is where I keep the fuel. It may move. It's gonna move actually. So essentially I keep most, anything dealing with fuel, stabilizer, stuff like that, anything for diesel anyway, right here. This is a 30-gallon tank, and essentially when it gets close to empty, I'll put it on that, and I'll use ratcheting tie downs to strap it in. I'll take the top off, because it makes it a lot easier to feel. There is a wrench here for the caps, and use this end for the little cap there. But this works like a normal pump at a gas station, which is what I like about it. And the main reason it's here is if anybody's taken 5 gallons of diesel and tried to lift it up to add diesel fuel up here, it's a pain in the butt. We need to move that down here, and that's what we're going to do. So what I did is, I put a cigarette outlet adapter there. It's a 12-volt pump, and right here is my cigarette. And the tractor does have to be running for this to work. So we're going to start our tractor. And then we're going to grab this. Pressurize it. Loosen this. That way it can get air. And then it works like a regular pump. And it's going to get flow, and you can lock it down like that, and it'll auto stop. We don't have much fuel. We don't need much fuel today. A lot easier than holding a big 5-gallon diesel can up there. So we're full. Snap. Let it drain. Try to put her cap back on. I might need 2 hands for this. Yeah. And then we unplug it. Put the gas cap back on. And that's pretty much it. I usually take a paper towel and I'll clean the top of this every once in a while. And to unscrew that, you just unscrew the whole thing together. It'll take a minute, and then I usually hang this over the side or over something with a bucket underneath it so it can drain. And that's pretty much it. It holds 30 gallons, and under normal use, I will only fill this up in the spring and in the fall. This year we've been using it a lot more than normal, so it's still pretty full right now. I think I've had to fill it twice because of the barn demo and everything. And we'll walk over here. I'll show you the other stuff. So the yellow cans there are diesel, and the red cans are regular unleaded fuel. I always put Stabil gas stabilizer in all my unleaded gas, and the main reason for that is, now that I've got the tractor, I use a lot more diesel than gas. So sometimes the gas sits a while, and that Stabil allows that gas to sit for up to 2 years and still be good. And plus, when I put it in equipment like a log splitter and I split my logs, when I put that log splitter up, it may be 3, 6, 9 months before I get that log splitter out again. But because that stabial is already in that gas, we don't have to worry about that. So usually it'll start right up. I've not had a problem so far. I do usually, when I run my little engines, most of them have a fuel shutoff. So instead of just turning them off, which is easy enough, I usually cut the fuel switch and then let them run until they run out of fuel. You're basically cutting the fuel supply off and burning whatever's left in the line. And one more thing about the diesel fuel, I don't treat my diesel fuel in the summer or the spring, but before winter I usually put a dose of both these products in the diesel. They basically keep the diesel from gelling up if it gets real cold, and one kind of fights mold, and it's not mold, algae growth. It's algae. Algae grows in diesel, and they both fight water, so condensation, stuff like that. So in the fall, when I fill this up, I will just follow the instructions on these bottles, and I get that stuff off Amazon, and I'll throw it in there just to make sure everything's good and covering all my bases. And with that said, that's pretty much it for the fuel video. Not much to it. I try to make stuff easy. One thing I've learned here, even though this is not a super huge piece of property, one thing I've learned is anytime you use equipment to make the job faster or easier, it's a win. When we first bought this property, I bought the biggest Husqvarna mower that you could get. It had a 54-inch deck. I used it for 2 years, and it would take me 6 hours to mow this yard. And as you can see, we've got several trees to mow around. When I made the decision to get this B2650 with a 72-inch mid-mount mower, it cut my mow time down to like 2.5 hours. So more than half. It's been amazing. It's paid for itself. We're in the process of building our new barn. It has played a huge role in that. Road maintenance, trees. Anytime I cut down a tree, I don't have to process it that minute anymore. I can basically cut it into 6 to 8 foot pieces, and you can see this down there, and then I'll take it somewhere and put it out of the way. And when I get time, or when the weather's nice, then I'll process it. So I'm basically processing it on my terms. So the tractor has been a godsend. I do try to take very good care of the tractor and my truck. I probably slack on some of the other stuff, but the tractor really is the heart of getting things done outside here on our little piece of property. Anyway, with that said, that's pretty much it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video.